Hello everyone, this is all about guitar. So last time we learned about the staffs and then basic notations, granny staffs and clefs like treble clef and bass clef. So today we will study about octave and their bar and the notes and their counts. So let's move on. So as you can see from this figure will help you to recognize the notes indication on your first three fretboards on your guitar. So take a look around closely. So okay, let's move on. The study of an octave bar. So there are three types of octave. The first one is the lower one, medium, and then higher. So let's move from the lower octave. Lower octave are the seven natural notes which are played with respective sharpened and flattened notes. For example, if we take from lowest E to middle E in guitar, all this note will fall within lower octave. So an octave means a group of notes which are combined together to form a particular scale. So second one is the medium octave. So this octave indicates that notes from medium to E to higher E. Here also same type of notes will come as in lower octave, but these notes are played in different string and frets. So the last one is the higher octave. So this group of notes of higher octave is given in the upper part of the window study. Over there you can see uh, here also here also some type of notes will come as we have studied in medium octave, but they are played in different string and frets which are used in previous octave as well. The study of notes and counts. This section is the most important part in the field of music because it deals with the different types of notes and their values with ideas which are used widely to write any types of melody, rhythm, patterns on or beat in a music. So as you can see, there are seven different types of notes. Okay, the first one is semi-breve, second one is minim, also known as half note, and third one is crotchet, which is known as quarter note, and fourth one is quaver note, which is known as eighth note, and fifth one is semi-quaver note, also known as 16th note, and sixth one is demi-semi-quaver note, also known as 32 note, and the last one is hemi-demi-semi-quaver note, also known as 64th note. So let's start from this semi-breve note. So semi-breve note is actually a British name for a whole note. So this note is the slowest note in music, which takes all four counts of the bar. So this note is also called full note or whole note. This note is denoted by an oval shaped structure as you can see over there. So let's move on to the second note, which is minim note. So as like the semi-breve note, which is a British name for a whole note, so minim is also a British name for a half note. This note receives only two counts for the bar. In other words, if we divide one bar into two equal segments, one minim note receives one or occupies one segment which is equal to half of the bar. So this note is called half note. This note is denoted by a structure which has a stem and empty head. As you can see over there, this one, this stem for the note, and this one over here, this is known as the note head of the empty note head. So let's move on to the third one, which is the crochet note. So likely the previous notes, this one is also a British name for this one is also a British name for quarter note. So this note receives only one count of the bar. Now if we divide one bar into four equal segments, one crochet note receives only one segment which is equal to quarter of the bar. So this note is also called quarter note. This note is denoted by a structure which has a stem and packed head. Over here you can see a packed head. Previously there was an empty head like this one, but over here you can see the packed head. So this makes the difference between the minim note and a crochet note. So let's move on to the another one, which is quaver note. So this note receives 1 by 8 fraction of a bar. So this note is also called 8th note. This note is denoted by two ways. Look over here. The first one is like this one with this theme, note head and a flag. If there is only single note, you can denote it by like this. If there is a double note, then you should denote it by like this one. These two are note heads, theme, and this one, the flags are combined together. So it takes like count like 1 and over here you can see 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it goes like this. So let's move on to the another one, which is semi-quaver note. Within a bar, this note receives 1 by 16 fraction, so this note is also called 16 note. This note is denoted by these two ways, like the previously as we seen in the quaver note. You can see over here, it can be denoted by these two formats. So it takes count like 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. Okay, so let's move on to the demi-semi-quaver note. So within a bar, this note receives 1 by 32 fractions, so this note is also called 32nd note. So this note is also called 32nd note, which is denoted by two ways. As you can see over here, the single note with the three flags on its stem and the combinations of these notes. So you count it like 1 E N A N E N A, 2 E N A N E N A. But over here, if you see over here, you will count like 1 E N A N E N A 2 for the rest. We'll come to this rest later on in the next video. But right now, let's move on to 3 E N A N E N A. The last one is 4. And this is the measurement of music over here, 4 by 4. So let's see the next one, which is hemi demi semi quaver note. So within a bar, this note receives 1 by 64 fraction. If we divide one bar in 64 fractions, one hemi demi semi quaver note receives only one fraction. So this note is also called 64 note. This is denoted by two ways, like in the previous one, the single note over here and the combination of the notes over here. So count this one, you can use multiple kind of things like 1 E N A N E N A N E N A N E N A. So multiple of N E N A is used to count these notes.